welcome back to another episode in the Tennessee Titans franchise. We're in the second season, week 5. We're going to be playing the Indianapolis Colts in this episode. It's going to be a home game. And if the games last season are anything to go by, it's going to be rough. It's going to be tough. The Colts have strengthened their team a little bit in comparison to last season. And of course, Anthony Richardson will not give up any points for free here. So certainly going to be a good game ahead of us. Yeah, for you, it's the next episode. For me, it's been 1.5 weeks of business trips, and I was raring to get going again. I'm doing bulk recording because that's just the way I can do it best. So you have a seamless experience out there. All right, so just taking a quick recap here regarding the players that need new deals. We've got Kevin Byard, who I will not be offering a new deal. DeAndre Hopkins, same thing. I like both players, but the money that they're asking, I'm just not willing to pay that. Zach Ertz, I brought him in as a mentor, so this is his role. And if he'll be available next season again, I'm going to bring him back gladly because I just like him. But yeah, not right now. Not gonna pay that. Denico Autry. I actually have to say that I like having him around, but I feel like we can get him cheaper in free agency than signing him right now here on a deal worth $5 million for next year. Don't really feel like we really need that. Chris Hubbard. He's 33 right now, right tackle. He's a mentor. Jonathan Harrison, mentor, and Treylon Burks, who we will be, of course, giving the 5-year option to. I really like him very, very much. And I can even see him becoming our wide receiver number 1 in the foreseeable future. At his age and at his overall, I can really see that happening. All right, so that taken care of, I think we're actually ready to just take a look at the Colts, who are having, well, I would say a balanced season right now, 2-2. We are at 3-1 currently, which is making me pretty happy. And yeah, so let's just take a look at the Colts roster. All right, so no surprises. Anthony Richardson is still the QB. Scarlett Thompson here, a little bit of a surprise though, actually with the Dolphins at the moment. Sam Ehlinger is the backup QB. And Anthony Richardson, just going to be taking a look at him. 23, he's still a star F trade, of course. His throw power is absolutely insane. 96, 19th best ranked QB in the league. And 82 rated, and that's just better than our quarterbacks. Plural, right there. Yeah, I know. It really has good stats. I like him, and I'm pretty happy to actually see him doing well in the league in real life, but also basically here in the game. The running back, Jonathan Taylor, unchanged. They've got Evan Hull, a rookie, of course, and Deion Jackson as a backup. Rookie with 1 year experience. So 2023 rookie, of course, not a 24 rookie, mind you. Jonathan Taylor, superstar Dave trade. He's going to be the run man, and he's going to be dangerous. Of course, we have to stop him to stop the run game. Brian Harrison is a fullback rookie out of TCU, 2024 rookie. And of course, well, of course, not really of course, but Madden has this stupid bug that just makes all of the rookies look the same. So that is something that I will have to deal with at some point, and I have chosen to choose the approach that if I sign one of these players, I will then edit him. Everything else, I don't really feel like going through 260 players and just editing all of them, especially since not all of them will be really playing a role over the course of the next few seasons. So I'll only be taking a look at those that are, of course, really going to be seen a lot. Wide receiving core, Michael Pittman Jr., 2688, and Donovan Peoples-Jones, super solid wide receiver 1 and 2. We've got Josh Downs here, 2379, also out of the 23 draft. Alec Pierce and Antwane Green, also out of the 23 draft. This is just a very solid group, I would say. There's no really horrible players in there, and those that are lower rated are still younger, and the top 2 just solid wide receivers, nothing to add here. Tight end Jelani Woods, 6'7", 253 pounds, absolute beast right there. 2578, really good tight end right there. We've got Kylie Granson and Will Mallory, 23 draft, 21 draft if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there we go. Tight end room also pretty good. He's got good weapons, so Anthony Richardson and the offensive is going to have to be taken seriously. The offensive line, we've got Bernhard Riemann, fellow Austrian, so yay, you go, my man. Jake Witt behind him. Left guard Quentin Nelson, one of the best ones in the game currently, 28.94. John Simpson, 27.69. Don't really have to add anything to that. It's just a very, very good left side right there. Central Ryan Kelly, 31.73, just a veteran player. And Jager Burton, another rookie out of the 24 draft. At right guard, we've got Trey Turner, 31.75. And Bo Limmer is a rookie, 22.66. So yeah, there we go. Trey Turner, a solid player right there. He's got good ratings, especially in strength and awareness. But yeah, he's not the best right now. And I also don't see Bo Limmer as really taken over here very quickly. On the other hand, he might just go for him because his strength with an 84 is actually not that bad. Awareness is very far off. So right guard, probably a position that could use some tweaking. Braden Smith, 28.83. We've also got Blake Freeland, again, 23 rookie right there. And this is just a solid right tackle. Not really much to add. Good strength, good awareness. Solid player, 6'6", and at 315 pounds. So just a very solid player on that right tackle position. On the defensive side, we've got Kwity Paye, who is injured at the moment. So Ernest Brown, the fourth, might be taken over at left edge. He doesn't look as strong as Kwity Paye does, of course, but still the strength is solid. The speed, acceleration, agility are solid, so it's not really to be taken too lightly. But again, lucky that we don't have to deal with Paye right there. Right edge, we've got Chico Bennett Jr., a rookie out of Virginia. We've got Adetomiwa Adebawore and Titus Leo. And Chico Bennett, let's just take a look here. He's got a hidden depth trade. He's a rookie out of Virginia, and I just feel like I should probably give this dude just a quick makeover. All right, just a really quick makeover. It's number 98. I'm just going to be fixing that up real quick. And yeah, see you in a moment. And we meet again. So here's the face of Chico Bennett Jr. I just went back on what I said before. I will be just editing the top players that are sort of really going to be a lot on screen, that are going to be seen in a lot of plays. I just don't want to have any funky stuff going on right there. It's just really immersion breaking. So I'm just going to be editing those. And so now, Chico Bennett Jr., this is the new face. This is the new him. So there we go. Let's continue with taking a look at this team right here. D-tackle, DeForest Buckner, unstoppable for his X-Factor, really dangerous. Grover Stewart, superstar, super dangerous. Eric Johnson second, not that fit, not that dangerous. But these two here are going to be putting a lot of pressure on us. DeForest Buckner, certainly never to be taken lightly. Fantastic player. I had him on the Crusaders on Madden 23, and that was just really fantastic when he joined. Shaquille Leonard at left outside linebacker, 29.87. Patrick Payton, another rookie here. I'm going to be checking him out very quickly. He's got a normal depth trade. We're going to have to take a look at this one here. How he progresses, if he keeps keeps this up, stays in the squad. Let's just see what happens here. Middle linebacker is Jeremiah Trotter Jr., of course. This is a rookie. I'm going to be updating him, of course. Anthony Walker Jr. as a backup, and Eric Wilson. I use Jeremiah Trotter Jr. With his superstar as a player in Madden 23. I had him on the Dolphins, and he was just really good. I liked having him around. So now, just going to be editing this dude here very quickly. And yeah, see you in a second. And boom. Welcome to the new Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Again, he got a little bit of a bling, and seeing that he's a superstar, he will be around for quite a while. I'm just going to be, for now, I think I'm just going to be doing this for the ones that have hidden dev traits, or definitely are superstars or star dev trait. Just have a special dev trait, because you could expect these to just be around a little bit longer, or be starters quicker. All the other ones, I might do that at a later stage, but not right now. Right outside linebacker, Andy McGinkle. We've also got Grayson Murphy here. Let's just check his dev trait. It's a normal dev trait. Look at this one here. 22 years old, 68. I'm not quite sure if it really is worth adapting him or when he will be taken over. So I will have to check that as time goes by. Right now, I'm just going to be focusing on starters or really highly rated players. Kenny Moore, the second. I've got Julius Brents, David Long Jr., Darius Rush, Jalen Jones. A solid group of cornerbacks. Kenny Moore, the second, and Julius Brents, of course, very good, very quick. David Long Jr., also super solid player. So I really like this group here. Very good in terms of age as well. So very balanced. Free safety, Julian Blackmon. We've got Andrew Mikuba and Rodney Thomas II. Are we going to have to do this player here? Nah, I don't think so. Strong safety, Jordan Fuller, 26 and 78. Daniel Scott as his backup out of the 23 draft. Kicker is Matt Gay, and the punter is Cameron Johnson with a backup of Esteban Ortiz. And I know I just said backup, and I don't even know what that is supposed to mean, but whatever. So we've got two punters here, an older one and a younger one. Could imagine Esteban Ortiz taking over at some point in time here. So we might take a look back at this one, but I'm not down to fixing punters just yet. So, weekly strategy time. Let's go over this real quick. Again, we have to focus on the short pass. That just is the strongest area of the play that they can manage. Going to be looking at their full pad training and starter training here. I feel like that is the right thing to do. We just have to boost our starting group a little bit. Here, I could imagine running it inside. Just again to get those buffs on the runs, and we're not really detracting anything from elsewhere. In terms of the QBs, I have been thinking a little bit of really, do I focus fully on going for Will Levis? At the time, right now, I just think that is the right move to go for. But then again, we have to develop all of these players a little bit more here. So at some point in time, I will have to go with splits. Right now, I'm going to be focusing on the starters. Malik Willis will also be getting a few upgrade points, so he's not going to be left out completely. Team profile, what are our targets right now? I feel like we should try to get an interception here. The defensive coordinator, we're going to allow 20 points. Yeah, I can work with that. 250 offensive yards. Let's try get that. And again, I'm going to try the no sacks allowed. If I get the ball away before I'm sacked, doesn't count, by the way. So that should help me a little bit. We only have two focus players because Graham Barton is injured. He would be the third focus player. So yeah, with that said and done, we're going to kick off training for this week. All right, so we just had an injury for a practice squad player, which is not nice, but it's not really going to stop me from continuing here. We have a few upgrades. One for Peter Skoronski, who we buffed a little bit to make sure that he doesn't pick up as many injuries as he does right now. Going up in awareness and a lead block, rub block, finesse. This is positive. He's now a base 83 and a buffed 85, which is great. Sean Murphy Bunting, our leading cornerback, also gets an upgrade here. So yeah, there we go. Man-to-man has been upgraded. Graham Barton, sadly injured for the time being with a dislocated elbow. He will be back in 2 weeks. Gonna upgrade his agility rating right there. So there we go. Terrell Bridges, let's upgrade him as well. He's the backup free safety at the moment behind Kevin Byard. So he might be taken over next season, depending on how he develops. I really have to see how that goes for him. Chigoziem Okonkwo, yeah, let's go. My man, he's got a startup trait, which is why I'm hoping that he does improve. Also, Zacharias should be helping him along, but we're still growing. We're still in the growth period right now. Aaron Brewer also looking solid at center most of the time. Not really all the time, but most of the time. Will Levis gets an upgrade. That is awesome. So we're going to put some more points in him. 75. Now that's quite the jump. Well done. Awareness and throw accuracy mid do go up here. I would really like to see him hit the 80s at the end of this season. Michael Hoyt, we're just going to be focusing on making him a speed rush or upgrading the attributes that he does have. Chris McAdams, our third running back, behind Derrick Henry and Tyjae Spears, a rookie that I had to rebuild, of course, from the ground up. But yeah, there we go. JL Skinner, another one, strong safety backup right now. He's also a player that I could see myself using on free safety. He is in the depth chart, so that would be nice. Josh Whyle, in his second year here. He wanted to leave, but we dragged him back, screaming, kicking out of free agency. So there we go. We're going to put Colton Dowell. Do I hold off from the playmaker? I'm going to be putting a lot into physical. I want to try and get him to be sort of a very physical player to make sure the catching works. We have to buff that as much as we can. Daniel Hardy, super tough player, left outside linebacker. His overall doesn't really do him justice. Michael Ezeki, he's my third tight end. And I know that I'm putting a lot into the scheme fits, but I do see myself going with him a little bit longer term. So, of course, the focus has to be to make him fit for the future. All right, so all of that has been handled. So what are we going to do now? Of course, we're going to be off to the game. We're going to be playing versus the Indianapolis Colts at home in Nissan Stadium. All right, here we go. Nissan Stadium, Tennessee Titans, the Music City. It's a division showdown, of course, against the Colts. Last week, really great performance. 132 yards out of 16 rush attempts. So very, very happy with how that played out. It was a rough game, though. It was a very rough game. We're still grooving it in, and we're still pretty dependent on our quarterback's performance. In my opinion, Will Levis has made a jump in comparison to when we kicked off this franchise series here. But yeah, nevertheless, this is something that we just have to keep in mind. That is something that we have to really analyze, and this is something that we really have to, well, take seriously, because it's not without reason that people say it's the most important position on the field. So there we go. We're going to be starting things out with, I think we're going to be starting with a run here. Let's try a halfback zone week out of the single back formation here. Kick things off with Derrick Henry running it. Of course, take a look here. Quality turf, which is awesome because we do have quality turf, but we've got Grover Stewart, Trotter, and DeForest Buckner. All quality players on that defensive line here. Powerful, strong, and we've immediately got an injury timeout for Chig Okonkwo, who's out with an injury here. And to be fair, at some point in time I thought, well, maybe I overdid it with the injuries. On the other hand, hell no. Absolutely hell no. It is a situation where I think it's realistic. You know, when you look at the NFL and you look at the types of injuries that they have, that they pick up, then you will immediately see that there's just lots of injuries happening. And players are getting injured, key players are getting injured, and I want to have that reflected when I play a franchise series. So here we go. Tyjae Spears, oh, with a nice turn there, but really not able to gain more than 4 yards here. But still, I mean, that the defensive line is going to be rough. Kind of aware of that one. And why is it giving me tons of outside runs when we are focusing the inside run? We don't have a scenario to sort of accomplish this. Oh, yikes. This is DeForest Buckner. Number 55, Aaron Brewer. And we lose 2 yards. That was not ideal. All right, let's go with the dagger. Going to be looking for Josh Whyle, who is going to be my starting tight end. Now, maybe Kyle Phillips might be available. What the frick was that? What the frick was that? That went between his arms. Josh Whyle, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was super on point. Can we just get... Wow. And it says out of reach. I mean, that was... Oh my god. Alright, I mean, it is what it is, guys. I am using tight end. That is really, really not fantastic. But that still hurts. Oh my lord, that hurts. Super unnecessary. Super unnecessary. Come on, Chris Farley. Spot the ball. Ah, too slow. And of course, it's not Chris Farley. It's Caleb Farley. But here we go. Anthony Richardson out onto the field. Here we go. Kabloom. And there we go. All right. Jet pull shadow. Our defense does manage to hold them, which is pretty good. And now I do want to capitalize off that. I want to make the most of that one. And Derrick Henry finds some space, but that was a quick one here. That's Trotter Jr. and that's the dude that we just sort of pimped a little bit here. And just imagine seeing a skinny dude in that position stopping Derrick Henry. So I'm glad that we sort of fixed that. The weird thing is that all of the information is in the file. All the information is there. The number is there. The face is there. Wow, what a good run, Derrick Henry! Fantastic. So there's just so many things that are in the file in terms of, you know, the height, the age, the face. The only thing that everybody sort of gets is the same appearance. It might have to do with the file because it was very, very quick after the release, so that could have been in the file. Not really sure. I can't test it, so I can't really say a lot about that. But as we enter the second quarter here, I'm just going to be following the approach. Whenever I have an opposing starter that is just looking like Skinny McSkin, like a base player model, then and here we go. Derrick Henry stopped at the outside. Number 32, Julian Blackman comes across the stop on our running back. But yeah, this is going to be the direction. This is what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to try and mitigate that. I do hope that the fix comes soon. It was in the patch notes, by the way, so they did acknowledge it. And here comes off tackle, and Blackman pushes him out. 5-yard pickup. Derrick Henry. Let's go with this here. A mesh spot. Whyle, Hopkins, and Phillips. Good options. Can we catch it? Yes, we can. Josh Whyle, there we go. Kablooey. Well done, my man. Let's go with another mesh spot. I like those. I really like them. I've got 3 options on each play. And most of the time, one of them gets free. We've got Ezekiel, we've got Burks, we've got Whyle. There we go. And that was Ezekiel, of course. 2nd and 6. The off tackle is a little bit risky here, of course, because it means that we have to run outside. The 2-minute warning hits us. The first half is really passing pretty quickly here. Still 0 and 0. Let's try a mesh spot. Gonna go in the opposite direction now. Gonna be looking for Hopkins. I do hope he gets free, obviously. Well done by DeAndre Hopkins, the veteran. 3 and 4, 32 yards right now for Will Levis. And it's almost the end of the first half, so you can see it is just what it is. And here we go. We have a little Z spot option. They're not really in the mood for thinking here. It's just go with the Z spot, my man. Go with it. Dude, go with it. Just go with the Z spot. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to go with the Z spot. I want to go with, let's try Tyjae Spears. Smacked away. Coverage was there, of course. Number 23. Did see that one coming. That was Kenny Moore. Let's try mesh spot. We've got 2 short routes. Hopkins or Whyle. Also, Phillips might get free. I'd like that one. And that is overthrown. This is quarterback time right now. Fuller was in coverage. But still. So we're going to go with the gun spacing here. And let's set this up here. Nice animation right there. And we're going to go with a run. Not willing to... Let's go the inside zone like this. Let's try and maybe we can stretch them apart. Maybe we can hit that sweet spot between tackle and guard. And there we go. Tyjae Spears fights for yards, pushes into the end zone. Not even DeForest Buckner can stop our second running back here. It was a little bit of a longer drive right there. Tyjae Spears getting things done though. Fighting for yards. Gets taken down in the end, but that did work well. Robert Stewart was on his heels. DeForest Buckner making short work. Come on, defense. Come on, defense. All right, so they stopped them in the first half, but couldn't stop them in the second half anymore. We still have the X factor, and I really want to try and take momentum back as quickly as we can. Let's go with the bench switch here. Gonna be looking for Hopkins. Quick stop here. Number 23 was on his heels, only 3 yards here in the game. I have to go for the shorter plays, and I'm fully aware that we're not getting a ton of yardage here out of the game, so I have to rely on training to improve my QBs. Treylon Burks, best case option right here. Beautiful done. Beautiful. He done uses his arm to gain the extra yardage here. And the Titans keep moving forward. By the way, fun fact. The T in the logo is actually the sword. It's actually a sword. I was kind of aware of that. Oh, dear. Well, that was a quick one. 2nd and 10. We lose yards. No, actually, we don't. Exactly stuck where we are. Let's try a mesh spot. Let's try and get some yardage here. But it's actually the tip of his sword. You can see it in the when I go like this in the Tighten Up logo. You can kind of make out the grip of the sword, and that is basically the idea here. Wow! Wow! Whoever was going for that route, he didn't even turn around. I think it was Kyle Phillips. He didn't even turn around and look at me. It's just like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna do that. All right, short route. Looking for Hopkins. I wouldn't really like to punt. Kyle Phillips. Well done. 4th and 2. Trotter Jr. with a stop. Kyle Phillips does get the run completed, more or less. We're going to go with an inside zone. I'm going to try this one here. We're going to have to be clever about this. We're entering the 4th quarter, and time is really flying by. The passing yards, 165 for Anthony Richardson. It is just, it just is what it is. All right, let's go here. I wanted to have that curved run, and it's not here anymore. Let's go that back dive. Let's go like this. I'm going to be running into 2 superstars, so I am aware that this might be trouble. But here we go. Not trouble anymore. Derrick Henry gets us a 1st down. Very well done. Like a tank. Like a tank. Moving towards the right-hand side, not going for the left. And here we go. Again, Ezekiel on the turnaround. I've got Burks. I've got Whyle. And it's just not really, I don't know. The coverage is really good. Just have to, let's just acknowledge that first off. And second off, well, good defense. Good defense. Let's go with an ISO. We're just going to have to power through that. 3 minutes 26, so we do have time. Clock did stop after this incomplete pass. And, oh, damn it, I hate that. I hate it when that happens. Sort of losing direction here, losing speed. And then you're just bumbling along. Josh Whyle. Josh Whyle has to be my receiver. Kyle Phillips, I don't think I can go for him. And there we go. Well done. 1st down for our actually 2nd tight end, now 1st tight end. So that is definitely what it is right there. And we're going to go with a halfback zone weak left-hand side. Not too unhappy with Whyle and Ezeki. I know what they can do in theory. But of course... Wow! I can't get away! Again, no gap! Crying out loud, we even lose a yard. God, I hate that. Absolutely hate that. The run game is not working because our offensive line is just a bumbling mess at times. Just moving into the way. And right now, it's the time and it really counts. We really have to make things count now. We've got 2 minutes left to get something done here. Fucking hell. 2 more yards. And it's the offensive line is collapsing. It's not working. We have to, all right, gonna abandon run plays now. What are they doing? What is he doing? What's number 75 doing? Rodgers, he's going right and Buckner can just go straight through. The opening would have been there, by the way. Over there. The route would have been there. I'm not saying that that McGinkle wouldn't have been in there to plug it, but crying out loud, guys. You know, sometimes we have bad games that don't really work out the way I want them to. This time we're really being corralled in. So Whyle, Burks, I have to go with a pass play. And yeah, there's just no way to get through there. Fuller slaps that away. 4th and 13. Field goal, Cam Dicker. Gonna have to go with him. We're just gonna have to hope that our defense manages to stop their offense. We score and we go ahead slightly. 10 versus 7. We're an incredibly slow scoring team. And come on, D. And defense holds them. That is really big. That is basically exactly what the doctor ordered. We're going to get the clock running. They have 1 timeout left. Big props to our defense. And there we go. Close zone strong. Let's go with a zone weak. We're going to try go right here. Can we break through? We cannot. Derrick Henry with an injury. Fantastic. And that injury timeout means that the clock is stopped once more. Clock is stopped once more. I would like to have a combination out of his short gain and maybe have a pickup as well and get the clock running. So I want a lot of things right now. Tyjae Spears. Pushing forward here. At least we get more yards. 4th and 5. Jesus Christ. It's really rough. It really is rough. We can't seem to get a break. Can't seem to catch a break. 4th and 5. It is too risky. I'm going to hate myself if I mess this one up now. But I'm just going to let this go for a little while more. Let's waste a little bit more time. They don't have a timeout. So our defense should be capable to, in stopping them. Let's go. Come on, Cameron Dicker, you're my kicker. There we go. 13 versus 7. So 1 touchdown, 2 field goals at the moment. What do the Colts answer? Come on, defense. And that's a game. That is a game. And we pick up another win in this season. That has really started quite well. We're playing conservatively, I know. 13 versus 7. But we just don't have the big guns yet. I'm going for a slow rebuild here. Realistic rebuild. So the passing clearly won by Anthony Richardson. 208 yards, 82% completion rate. We're moving along with a measly 53% completion rate, 65 yards. Not really a lot working in favor of Will Levis here. Derrick Henry, 68 yards. Jonathan Taylor, Anthony Richardson, 17. Tyjae Spears gets the only touchdown this game. On the receiving side again, we just didn't really get that done. We couldn't utilize our receivers. our defense won the game. It's as clear as day. Kenneth Murray Jr., solo tackle leader, total tackle leader, Kenneth Murray Jr. Tackles for loss, 2 for DeForest Buckner, 1 sack for Jael Skinner, 1 for Howard Langford. We didn't get a sack, so that's great. We get the points, and 0 interceptions. Clean game in terms of interceptions for the quarterbacks. So it's not exactly rushing through the games. It's rather plodding, I would say, a slow, deliberate plodding. But yeah, I mean, we can be happy with the results at the moment. We had 1 loss in week 1, but from then on, we have had just a slow but surely moving ahead here. The Jags were a little bit of an outlier, I would say. In terms of all the other games, it is close. It is very close. The teams are getting better as the seasons progress, of course. Rookies are coming in. Those rookies have great ratings. Other players improve. So it's a natural course of franchise on Madden. The second, third, fourth seasons do get a little bit harder. The first, sometimes the hardest, depending on the team you start with. But it always depends on those starter ratings. But yeah, there we go. So the Vikings are up next week away. Then the Colts again, away again. That might be tricky because this week I think we did have a certain profit of the motivation. And then we've got the Packers, Patriots, Texans, Bills, Giants, and Lions before we go into bye week. Trade deadline is going to be week 9, I think. So we should get everything done by then. Not sure if I will be going for players. There is one position, of course, that we certainly need. That's a QB. But I am very, very intent to sticking with Will Levis and Malik Willis, maybe alternating. Let's just see what happens here. I just am noticing that we've got 3 new injuries. That is not great. Monty Rice out with a broken thumb. Chig Okonkwo out with an abdominal tear, 4 weeks. Yikes. Al-Shaair, 4 weeks. And Graham Barton, 2 more weeks. So we've got 4 weeks without our starting mid linebacker, without one of our backup mid linebackers, and without our starting tight end, and without our starting right guard. So everything is awesome, right? So yeah. Well, I like dealing with those problems, though. This is why I chose all of those settings. Yeah, I hope you're liking this. Hope you're enjoying this. If you are, drop me a like, subscribe. It really means a lot to me. Helps the channel, as you know. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate all of you. And see you next time.